Welcome to another episode of Interpretive Reading of Case Study Questions with Coach Fountain. Today we're going to talk about case study number 5.1. Chapter 1. What was the organization? ABC Automotive was an automotive dealership and manufacturer with global dealerships and factories all over the world. Chapter 2. What was the issue? The issue was bad sales. ABC Automotive had experienced bad sales, partly due or mostly due to bad sales training amongst dealership sales personnel. The director of sales had an academy of sorts where he would train the dealers. He kind of got sick of being blamed for the bad sales, so he decided to do a little bit of research to determine what the results of these bad sales could be. Chapter 3. How did players collect the data? And what data did they collect? Well, the key players that collected the data created the Measurement Task Force, also known as the MTF. They concerned themselves with two goals: to determine the relationship between training and business results, also to improve the academy sales training sessions. Furthermore, they created, through a gap analysis, they sought to determine what the specific needs of training needed to be to fill in the gaps of existing training. Chapter 4. What solution or intervention did they implement? Well, through an ADDIE model, they created a brand new curriculum. This curriculum utilized first a train the trainers session, in which case the trainers of the dealerships, the trainers of salesmen at regional dealerships were taught these academy or new academy techniques, and then they implemented those training sessions themselves. After, along with that, they created a 6-point sales plan, or a 6-point plan that would help them evaluate the results of this training for its effectiveness. And Chapter 5. What were the results of the intervention of the case study? In order to not misuse the data, ABC Automotive employed Capital Analytics, a empirical data company, to evaluate the difference between a trained and an untrained salesman. They were able to determine that the results were incredible. 38% of untrained salespeople continued to stay in the profession, while 98% of trained salespeople stayed in the profession. Sales improved dramatically, and the practice itself, the new curriculum that was created, actually won awards. It was implemented in two ways: first, through knowledge-based classes that were done online, and then live training sessions that were done with model or real customers in the field. Chapter 6. What were the lessons learned? There were three major lessons learned, and one is depend on outside experts. If there are people that are better at doing something, ABC Automotive determined that you should use those people. Second was to create a culture of measurement. And third was to use measurement not just to prove a point, but to help improve future business, sales, or future, whatever the company could be, to improve, moving forward, whatever they use the data for. Chapter 7, what did I learn? I really thought several times throughout the case study, it said be systematic, and then finally it said be systematic and align curriculum with goals. And I thought, as a general point of advice, that was great for the future. I won't say it was brand new knowledge, but it helps give directive to everything from then on. To be systematic and make sure that when I create a curriculum, and that's for anything. I mean, even with health or with wrestling or with whatever I do, to make sure that whatever curriculum I have aligns with the goals that I see for that class or the organization, whatever it is. Chapter 8. What can I gather from this case study that will help me with the Human Performance Project? The third thing that they learned, because this case study actually listed 3 specific points that they had learned, and that was use measurement not just to prove but to improve. It's not enough for us to use this data to prove the points that we all already know with our milestones data in our human performance project, but we need to use this to see it all the way through and to make sure that this data is used to improve the situations that are around us, and what we sought the data for in the first place. And finally, chapter 9, my aha moment. At one point in time in the case study, it talked about that they became so confident in this program that they sold it to other agencies, and they offered a 90-day guarantee for new hires, as far as retention and and satisfactory sales. And I thought that was that was kind of stunning to me. And then there was this aha moment that if you have empirical data that proves something, trust it. It's telling you something, and it's okay to be confident in something that you can absolutely prove. Thank you very much.